Okay, what's going on, guys? How's everyone doing? Micah, what's up? Ned, what's up? Ned, I'm gonna be really concerned if like one day I don't see the monkey loading symbol. You know, it makes my day every time I see that. Ned, at some point I gotta have you come on a live and talk about all the cool stuff you're doing, man. The predicting beta that you've built, all the stuff, man. Super cool. Ronnie, what's up, man? How you doing? Ronnie, you have any trades on now, or what's going on with you? Let me know. So, yeah, guys, today I was thinking we're going to talk about a couple of different trading opportunities. We'll take a look at DraftKings, what's happened there. We're going to talk about AMCX again. Basically, we're going to talk a little bit about like some of the meme stocks, right? AMCX was a really cool one that Ned and Marcos pointed out. It's looking like it's still a decent opportunity. I'm going to talk about TWNK. My view on it has changed a little bit. I made a post on Reddit yesterday, got a little bit of feedback, and I think that is a good play. Micah's saying that SLV is still printing. Micah, are you making theta gains on it right now, though, or are you making like Vega gains? Because your view is that the level of implied vol is too high, right? So I'm just wondering what your source of income on that trade is right now. SLV. Let's take a look at how the term structure's changed between last week and this week. So no Vega gains. It's looking like here's a super quick way to check, by the way, Micah. You can just plot the two term structures. You're out here somewhere, right? You're like 60 to 90 days out. It's dropped like a point maybe, but it looks like it's all theta gains. Yeah. Still, who's going to complain about, some theta gains, man? Isn't that what everyone wants? We just want to collect that premium. Man, I was cracking up in the chat today when Kiro was like, theta gang is just long delta with more steps. Oh, you're 30 days out? Oh, then there might actually be some printing going on there, man. Yeah, like a point. It's theta gains. But when you're 30 days out, it's not like you have like the world's most big exposure anyways, right? I would consider it like a IV versus RV play at that level for the most part. But you'll obviously make money if implied vol comes down, but gains is gains. So yeah, three trades we're going to talk about today mainly: AMCX, TWNK, DKNG. And maybe we'll take a look at just the general market, see if there's still some variance risk premium baked into the overall market that we can look to capture. I think there is. If we look at like the SPY quick. Let's expand the IV chart here. And let's zoom in. So we had a little period where realized vol came up, but it looks like it's back down. Realized vol 30-day at 8.62%. It's basically nothing, but the implied vol is really low too. You could probably get away with something here, right? Like doing like, I would probably go do like some sort of back spread or something, or sell like an out of the money put. At least then you're capturing some of this skew here, right? Which can pay, right? I wouldn't be like just selling like an at the money straddle if I was to do something like that, because at the money vols are just pretty low. So overall market looks like still a little bit of risk premium baked in, which is nice to see. But trades for today. So TWNK. So with this trade, look at this, guys, right? Just to recap on a couple of the points that I was looking at. I found this on my short vol scan, right? And what we're really seeing is this huge spike here, right? Huge spike in implied volatility. Actually looks like implied vol came up 6 points on the 30-day since we spoke about it. A little concerning. 90-day vols still came down 3 points actually though. And I think we were looking a little bit further out. So that's kind of cool. So basically we had this huge bump up in implied vols here. And when I tried to figure out why, couldn't really understand it. No news is coming out. There's like a couple of like conferences and things like that today. They came out with a couple new products, but I couldn't figure it out, right? Volume had this like weird stuff going on in the last few days on the call side in particular, right? So we can see, call volume, right? We had this huge spike here up to 17,000 about a week ago. And today we're actually seeing a lot of volume coming in again on the call side. So I decided to make a post on Reddit here because this was originally looking to me like, hey, maybe this is some sort of insider trading. I'm not seeing any news. StockTwits sentiment all-time lows pretty much. Like basically no one's talking about this thing. So at least what I could see at first. And this lots of call skew. Like, damn, this is pretty cool. Right? Vols at all-time highs. Maybe there's some insider trading. Maybe I should ride the wave here. So Adam, exactly. So I made a post on Reddit and I was just like, hey, is this insider trading? What do you guys think? Should we make a punt here? And everyone basically said, yo, this has been talked about a lot on Wall Street Bets recently, but they were also saying that it's dying out, that it's not really catching the wave that like a GME caught or something. So this is where I'm conflicted now, guys. I originally thought, long vol play, or maybe not even like just like a long vol play, but like a call spread, right? Let's take advantage. Let's bet on this thing going up. Let's buying at the money call, selling out of the money call, something like that, right? Maybe ratio it, figure out something kind of cool. These things often hit a few weeks later. So do they though? I don't know, man. That's what I don't know. Because like the game can't be like all of these things hit every time. Right. And I don't think that's what it's been, to be honest. So what I'm kind of thinking here is like, I'm like, do we maybe short vol? Right? Vols are pretty bid on like the 90-day here. Adam said every meme stock that exploded last week was discussed for months. Interesting. Okay, it's a fair opinion, man. Like this is certainly a dangerous game. It can feel that way. You're saying it's many don't hit, but many do, and it's a gamble. Something else I was kind of thinking here, Adam, if you look at this, like the growth of this company over time, like it's not like this thing rocketed up at any point in time. It's just been having like this awesome recovery ever since the crash, right? Like this is like what we all wish our bank account P&Ls looked like, right? So if you wanted to bet on this thing going up, maybe pick up some shares, right? What are the odds that this thing's probably not going to crash down uncorrelated with the market or anything like that? Looks like an okay little stock, right? Just from this like nice little chart. So maybe like pick up some long shares or something, right? Maybe there's no vol bet here. Maybe we do a covered call, right? We sell some of this expensive out of the money calls, we hedge with some shares, huh? What about that, guys? Are we back to Theta Gang strategies? That's funny. So that was the original thoughts on TWNK, right? I'm like, we should be long vol here. And then I'm like, no, maybe not. Because it looks like it didn't catch the momentum that they thought it would on Wall Street Bets. People basically were just long it because, Twinkies. Like, I love it. But this is a tricky one. Do we have any other opinions there? Micah, what are you thinking about this thing? Right, I think the 90-day vol, maybe betting on that coming down, could come down like 15, 20 points if we're right. I don't know, dude. I don't know. So what's the next one on the list here, guys? If there's no more comments about TWNK, we got DKNG on the list. Mike is saying don't short vol here, right? All right, man. All right, guys, you win. You win. I'm not going to sell vol on it. Except on DKNG, man. You're the king of predicting vol direction on DKNG. Whether you mean to or not, you're always right. Exactly, for TWNK. DKNG, you're goated. All right, so DKNG down a good bit this morning. Right, look at this thing. It's getting smoked. We got a nice little spike in implied vols today. Let's expand this. Wow, pretty serious jump. The IV 90-day up 8 points. The IV 30 days up 66, 16, 18 points. Man, that's hectic. What's going on with the skew here? Huge put skew coming in? Yeah, huge put skew coming in. So what was the article about this thing? Let's have a look. News. Hindenburg Research. Man, screw these guys. DKNG to the moon. What are they talking about? Based on conversations with former employees. They operate in the black market. Okay. Okay, so it's saying that they're systematically skirting the law and taking elaborate steps to word I don't understand. It's black market operations. Nice. Yeah, honestly, like I'm almost thinking we throw on a risk reversal here, guys. That's jokes. Hindenburg? LOL, not gonna ride that ship. You guys get that reference, right? Right, you get this was the Hindenburg. What? Oh my God. That's so funny. Well, not this event is not funny, but the comment was funny. Before the cancel mob comes after me. Although I feel like you've made it when you get canceled. Someone cared enough to cancel you. It's kind of, it's kind of like endearing, Yeah. So I'm thinking, so here's like what I'm thinking off the bat, right? So I feel like DraftKings, it would be cool to dig deeper into this and be like, what do they think they're doing? Like, are they just aware of some illegal activity? Like, so for example, let's say you live in a state where online gambling is illegal. You can use like a VPN to make an account, let's say. Are they like aware of that? Is that where a lot of their revenue is coming from people outside in places where it's illegal, skirting around the law using VPNs and stuff? How is, like DraftKings doing this, right? And don't forget, DraftKings is a pretty big company, right? $20 billion company. They're saying 10 billion of its revenue comes from like illegal gambling. Sounds like a pretty aggressive claim. So what I would maybe do is pick up a risk reversal here, maybe, right? I doubt this is going to unfold anytime soon. What we can maybe bet on, selling those expensive puts, buying some of those cheaper calls, right? Is either this thing flatlining, we'll make a little bit of a credit probably. If we throw it on, we should be able to, our flat line should be, positive P&L. And then if the skew changes, right, comes back a bit, or the stock rallies, we're going to make bank. And then we just set like a hard dollar loss, like stop loss on the position. Right. And what we're doing there is taking advantage of this now, like, back to like, is it like, it's pretty much at like the all-time highs for the skew. Right. Let's draw some lines here, guys. All right. Right, guys. See that? So, it's climbing up and news is out. I think market's, shrugging it off pretty much. It's already coming back a little bit. It was down 9% this morning, I believe. Now it's down only 4%. I would send it. I would probably send it. And then we've got the put skew, yada, yada. Looks pretty good. I'd maybe go, what DTE should we go here? That I'm not 100% sure of. It looks like short-term vols are what's really picking up here. All right, so we got IV 30-day. How much has that climbed? It's climbed like 20 points. That's a lot. And what's happened to the 10-day vol? 10-day might be too short, to be honest. Or maybe that's like the best bet. I don't know. Ten-day vol is up 30 points. Yeah, so if you think we're going to see a really quick reversal here, you could go even shorter dated. You'd get paid out huge if you were right. You get paid out huge if you were right. But obviously risk reward, right? You're not getting a exposure to a huge win for free. You got to take on that risk if that's what you want. But this is probably the trade that I would consider. If you just think it's going to be a recovery, you don't think the skew is going to revert anytime soon or that it's overpriced, like I do, you could pick up some shares. And if you think this thing's going to keep going down, a 1-3, you could probably get on a really nice 1-3-2 fly to the downside or a put spread. Once again, that skew is really what's picked up the most, right? The level of vol's gone up like crazy with the drop in the stock and the change in the skew. Those are the things that I would be really looking at here. I'm not an expert at using forward vol, but I'd be interested to know, like, if Ned, if you're still on this call, I don't know if you and Kyle have been DMing each other or not, if you've uncovered any of his secrets, but if you have any ideas about forward volatility, I'd love your insight. Or anyone else on the call, obviously, on the live. So that is the next stock on the list. So that's 2 down. We got 1 more to go, guys. AMCX. This is I think this is a play, guys. I think this is something I'll share with you a couple concerns I have about this position. So what I'd love to look at is actually, let's look at Zoom. Oh, okay, I don't have Zoom. Guys, what's another ticker that somebody mixed it up? Right, so like they thought it was A company, it was actually B company, and they got bid up and then it came back down. You guys got another one? Oh, did ZOOM, is it not listed under that anymore? CLOV. Oh, this is gonna cry. What happened with CLOV? Oh, I feel like there wasn't any mix up there, was there? I'll share with you what I'm thinking though. Marcos is saying that he has not taken a position on AMCX since AMC could still run big and take this up as well. That's fair. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know if I was thinking along the same lines as you, but I think there's some risk that we're not seeing. That, and this is why I wanted to find something comparable. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Zoom got delisted. All right, makes sense. All right. So the reason I'm asking is, remember when the whole ZOOM thing happened? Stock rallied like crazy and then dropped, right? As soon as people realized, oh wait, we're making the wrong decision here, it dropped. But here, we are not seeing that. We look at the last month, rally, 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 flatline, right down 10%, nothing. Why didn't this thing come back down? Everyone's aware that this isn't AMC now, aren't they? Right? If we pull up AMCX stock twits, right? Sentiment's coming down, message volumes vanishing. Not a ton of watchers here, so maybe this isn't the best place to see it. If you guys know a good way to like look at the messages on stock Wall Street Bets, like let's talk about it in the group after, because yeah, this almost feels like a sub pump and dump group trying to pump up this stock. Oh man, I can't spend too long on this forum. People just don't know, man. It's crazy. Only explanation is that people know it runs together and they buy it knowingly. Okay. I don't. So the only thing is, I'm pretty sure it's a really small company. Right, 2.65 bill. Not the world's smallest company. So, but it's a tough one, man. Like I'm surprised it hasn't come down more. Right, and that worries me a little bit. $69 from $78. Man, anyone who's in this has made a killing, though. An absolute killing if you're short vol on this. I don't know, Marcos. I think it's a pretty good play. I think it's a pretty good play. I would maybe consider it. It could actually become a meme stock too. So Adam, what do you think about this, man? Like, how much money do you think there is in Wall Street Bets? Like, I feel like they're spreading themselves too thin here. They can't. It's not like all these names can happen to. Right? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, I actually think these like little tiny like lackluster ones are the ones to be shorting. Right? It's what we were talking about on last night's live. It's like, stay away from AMC, GME, these really big ones. We don't know what's going to happen with them. But these sort of like the equivalent of like shit coins, Adam saying, pretty sure hedge funds found legal pump and dump through bots. I don't know, man. I don't know if that would be legal. Maybe just hard to track, hard to get caught. AMCX. I'd probably sell some ball here, guys. Maybe not. Like, I think the name of this game is you go in with small size, but you hit a lot of them, right? And don't forget, guys, this thing did catch a bid, right? Like, it's up, the last month, it's up like 50%. It's not like this thing hasn't caught a bid. All right, $1 billion in market cap added to this thing in a month. So I would consider selling some vol here. Wall Street Bets is improving their spam filters hugely. if they improve their spam filters, who's going to be posting there, man? Oh, that's funny. All right, guys, those are the 3 trades for today. All right, DKNG risk reversal. That sounds pretty good. AMCX short vol. And then what was the last one? TWNK. I got no idea about that one. That's such a mess. Adam, you screwed me up on it, man. I was thinking, I was feeling real confident about it. I still kind of am. Maybe you do AMCX and TWNK, small short vol positions in both. We don't need to always hit the home run every time. Maybe we want to feel this out. We need to learn more about this space, because this is probably think about this, right? Just think about this for a second, guys. This is probably an element of the market that's going to be around for the next year and a half, right? In the end of the day, we know that on average, retail is going to lose. We know that in the long run, a lot of this money they made is going to go back into the market, not in their pockets. But that's not going to happen overnight. So for the foreseeable future, this is a market characteristic that we have to learn to work with, right? We can't stay away from something every time it gets mentioned on Wall Street Bets. We should certainly consider it, and we need to figure out, whoever can figure out the best way to interpret this new market dynamic is going to make a lot of money. So we should spend time thinking about it, but not from the perspective of like ape strong together, but like knowing that they're like that, knowing that this is what's happening over here, knowing normal market characteristics. How does this change it? How can I win? Right? Knowing this information and sort of taking a step back and looking at the situation. I would love if we're the group that figures it out. I would absolutely love it. All right, guys. With that being said, let's wrap up this stream. I'll see you guys in the group. Peace.